Hi, guys. Thanks for joining me here today. My name is Adrienne Bradley, and I am the founder of Thriving Childcare and the New Providers Club. And I want to thank you for joining me here for this 2 Minute Tuesday. And I have to admit, I had started these a little while ago, but I got distracted with life. But anyway, I'm back to doing these again, and I hope you'll join me every Tuesday for these at 2 o'clock Pacific time. And yeah, so let me just jump into it. So this week, I want to talk about something that my friend, a fellow provider, did last week. So she posted all about it, but and she can chime in if she wants to here. But what she said she did was she made, well, actually, she didn't make a tweak to her policies or her contract. She had already had something in place. She had a morning cutoff time for drop off, and she'd put this in place a while back. But like many of us, she didn't really enforce it. And the parents consequently did not stick to it, and they were dropping off at random times. And let me stop here just for a second. And I really do just want to keep these to 2 minutes, so I'm going to be talking fast. But if this doesn't apply to you, then by all means, don't worry about it, okay? But a lot of times I think providers, we haven't encountered something in our business that maybe other providers have. And so we don't think that we're ever going to encounter a certain issue. But then lo and behold, one day something happens and we do. So that's why I want to bring these things to you, because if you've heard it before, maybe if you ever are in that situation, then you can have an idea of how you want to handle it. So anyway, she put this cutoff time in place, but never enforced it, and the parents didn't abide by it, obviously. And so recently she realized that this was causing her to have to be on watch for parents for hours in the morning when, she couldn't focus on the children. So she decided to enforce her policy. And she says it's made a huge difference in her day, in how she interacts with the children, in her energy. And she also had a cutoff time for if parents were going to pick up around noon or nap time, so that it didn't interrupt the other children's nap time. And so what I want to say here is I was so proud of her because sometimes we can feel like, these little things aren't that big of a deal, but they do have an impact. They have an impact on our day. They have an impact on the children's day. The children are looking for certain things to happen, and if their drop off and pickup times are inconsistent, it can really cause an issue with the child and us. So what I want to say, and I'm going a little bit longer than 2 minutes, is have the courage to enforce your own policies. We can't expect parents to follow our policies if we don't. And I know that sounds like, what? But if we're not the ones to enforce it, they will think, just like her clients, that it's no big deal, and they won't follow through. And at that point, there's no point in having the policy there in the first place if there's nothing to back it up. So she had some courage to take action and just enforce something that she already had in place, and to put some boundaries around her time. So I just want to encourage you today to do the same thing. If there's something that you need to tweak or change in your contract or your policy or your procedures or anything, your communication with your parents, do it. If it makes it better and easier for you to run your business, do it. Okay? All right. I've gone long, so I'm going to sign off here. But thank you for joining me for this 2 Minute Tuesday, which was longer than 2 minutes. And join me back here next week, please. My name is Adrienne Bradley, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks.